What's your plan for learning how to draw? Most artists don't have one. They're stuck. They're drowning in tutorials. They're overwhelmed by the journey ahead. You don't need more random studies. What you need is a roadmap, but not just any roadmap. Not a generic list of fundamentals that everyone says you should be learning. Let's take a different approach. I'm talking about learning at your pace, without the grind, while still leveling up like the pros. Let's break it down. 4 things to stop doing, 9 steps to move forward. All are actionable and all are designed to help you improve. First, let's talk about what to stop doing to get the most out of your learning sessions. Number 1, no more surfing YouTube for random tutorials, unless it directly relates to what you're learning. Watching a tutorial is useful, but if you don't take action right after, it's not gonna stick. Most artists watch a lot of tutorials, and then they wait a few days, and then they draw something random. This leads to overlearning, too much information at once. If you can't process it, you're gonna forget it. I want you to think about a day of scrolling TikTok. It feels productive. Trust me, I've been there. But how much do you actually remember when it's over? Exactly. So that leads me to number 2, no more mindless scrolling. Now, I'm not gonna police your social media usage, but hear me out. Every time you read or watch something new, your brain absorbs information without you choosing what sticks. If you overload it with distractions, your brain isn't gonna have space to retain your art lessons. So, drop the scrolling. Number 3, no more overthinking. Here's the solution. Count down from 5 and just start. Overthinking drains your energy, steals your motivation, messes with your focus. Things like that are already limited. Why are you making it harder? You know how difficult art is. Don't waste these things when they're already in limited supply. And number 4, no more avoiding fun projects in favor of fundamentals. Who said that you have to master all the fundamentals before drawing what you love? Seriously, who said it? Find me this person because I need to change his mind. That is a surefire way to kill your motivation. By only studying, you avoid the very reason that you started drawing in the first place. So mix in personal projects. Don't just study. No only studying. All right, so those are our 4 don'ts. No more surfing YouTube for random tutorials. No more mindless scrolling. No more overthinking. And no more avoiding fun projects in favor of fundamentals. Now let's talk about how to build your own learning roadmap. Number 1, start with curiosity. Stop trying to learn when everyone says you should be learning. Instead, I want you to ask yourself, what excites me? What do I want to know more about? Focus on that without judging it. I know you're learning to draw for a reason, and that reason should come from the heart, not from outside of you. Number 2, watch others do it. Weird phrasing, but you know what I mean. Watch others draw. Starting from scratch is hard. To reduce the fear of starting, begin by observing how others approach what you want to learn. This can happen live or through video lessons, but I recommend watching at a real-time speed. You can find links to some of my process videos in the description. But by watching others draw, you'll absorb knowledge naturally. Yes, really, that happens. But it's important that you follow up with the next step. Number 3 is try it yourself. Stop skipping this step. Watching alone is not enough. I need you to apply what you see. And don't move on to the next video until you've practiced what they taught. Do it right after to reinforce learning. Now, there's science behind this, and if you're not doing this, you're not taking advantage of the amazing benefits by skipping it. Number 4, identify and fix specific mistakes. After you try it, you'll realize your first attempt is going to be crap. And that's okay. The more you can get comfortable with this, the easier it will be to try drawing new things. You have to try new things. So instead of generalizing failure, pinpoint individual mistakes and write them down on a list. This list will now be known as your to-study list. If you're not sure what mistakes you've made, ask a friend, ask a mentor, get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
And number 5, pick one topic from your list and study it for a week. For 1 week, do daily, focused, 30-minute studies on that topic. Do not try to cram, do not try to beat yourself up if you miss a session, and do not judge these studies as bad. These things will only lead to a toxic relationship with your art. Instead, explore. Ask questions about what you see and take notes. Again, be curious. Number 6, reflect at the end of each session. How did it objectively go? You may end up adding more study topics to your list, or you may notice improvement in specific areas. Make sure you celebrate those wins. When pinpointing what went wrong, be as specific as possible. Saying it's bad or it's ugly is not helpful. Here's some examples of good assessments if you're drawing a portrait. Let's say the eyes appear too far apart. Maybe the head is too wide. Maybe the nose is too short or too long. Maybe the mouth isn't showing the right expression. Again, be as specific as you can when noting these things down. It's going to make correcting them much easier, and it's going to keep you from getting down on your work. And number 7, apply what you learned from your studies. Spend at least 30 more minutes applying what you studied to a personal project. A personal project could be anything. A quick drawing, a huge splash art piece, a small illustration, as long as it means something to you. Fun is important here. It's very important to split your study and your fun drawing time. And my preference is for every 30 minutes of study, give yourself 30 minutes of fun drawing. Number 8, each week, pick a new topic from your to-study list. And rinse and repeat. Study that topic for a week, apply it to your main project. Sometimes you may discover new struggles during your fun drawings that you might want to study right away. For example, if you're drawing faces and you get stuck on the nose, you should probably step away from the project and take a few minutes to draw noses from reference. Take notes about what you learned, move back to your main portrait project. You'll be shocked by how quickly this skyrockets your improvement and makes learning more digestible. And if you're like me, you can make it more fun by gamifying it and checking it off your to-study list. I find this really fun. I don't know if I'm alone here, but try that too. Number 9, revisit the old topics that you practice by drawing from memory. This is going to test what you remember. Trying to recall this information is scientifically proven to help you retain what you learn. So even if it's a 5-minute drawing after watching a tutorial, you're more likely to remember what you learned than if you don't try that right after watching the tutorial. So what stuck? What faded? Take some notes, add those things to your to-study list, and you can keep reinforcing old lessons by continually practicing from memory. Quick recap of everything. The don'ts. No more surfing YouTube for random tutorials. No more mindless scrolling. No more overthinking. No more avoiding fun projects in favor of studying. And the do's. So follow your curiosity. Observe others. Apply what you learn immediately. Identify and fix specific mistakes. Study one topic at a time, and reflect, apply, and revisit old lessons. And when in doubt, return to curiosity. So whatever sounds fun, just go do that. Go. By the way, I use the same system for teaching my portrait drawing bootcamp. If portraits are your curiosity right now, you will want to come and learn with us. Link is in the description. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.